Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher, along with BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Robert Paris, and Lena Menkello, and Gretchen Carey with the Community Calendar. Thank you for joining us. The first ever high school summer career academy in artificial intelligence program took place this summer at BHS. Students from Burlington and other communities showcased work at Microsoft last week, and Robert Paris was there.
In December 2024, Governor Healey launched the Massachusetts Artificial Intelligence Hub, an effort to make the state a national leader in AI intervention. Students from across the state had an opportunity to participate in a pilot program called the High School Summer Career Academy in AI. The event was held at Microsoft.
So it came to Burlington really thanks to the vision and support of Dr. Conti, as well as the support of the school committee. And it was his vision with the school committee enabling me to really make this happen and do the work to really help students with their career pathways.
Superintendent of Schools Dr. Eric Conti was impressed with the variety of topics.
I just like that the kids are exploring, working together as teams, working across districts. We have students from 5 or 6 districts attending Burlington High School this summer. So it's just a really exciting program, and I believe what the future of high school is going to look like, and again, in the not too distant future.
Elected officials from the Massachusetts State House came by Microsoft that morning, including Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll.
It was great because they're so enthusiastic and just inspiring when you hear them talk about their own AI projects. They worked as a team. Some of them were working on projects to diagnose pneumonia faster or colorectal cancer, using AI as a tool to look at diagnosis of data. And that's the very work that we're doing now and want to do more of in this state, and to train the next generation of leaders to take that up. You can tell their own enthusiasm about learning it, but also seeing it deployed in a way that's going to be great for Massachusetts, great for their families. It's just terrific to see.
Well, AI is really in our future. It's a question of being comfortable with it, learning about it, using it, and it's part of our Massachusetts economy. I chair the Joint Committee on Education on the Health side in the legislature, and then in our district we have so much of this life sciences technology. So everything comes together at an event like this, and it's just wonderful that we're able to motivate our students to use this technology, to learn about it, and to think about a career in it.
I had a chance to speak with a couple of the students on what their project entailed.
We worked on sustainable farming, which basically we use AI and data in order to have like a more layout of what we can do for future generations and able to have more sustainability when it comes to farming. We see a way to use AI and able to get data from soil and from the amount of produce that is consumed and that is made.
So our project is a pneumonia detection algorithm using something called a CNN, which is just a special kind of neural network, AI algorithm that lets you detect images. Basically, what we did was we just got a bunch of training data of these lung scans that either have pneumonia or don't have pneumonia, and we basically train this AI to identify these.
Other communities joined Burlington in the program as well.
So we have students from Burlington and also Chelsea, Revere, Maynard, Malden, Bedford, Arlington, Woburn. We were able to provide transportation. We were able to teach them cutting-edge industry skills in AI, and we also connected them with industry mentors, tours, career panels, so they really got a perspective of how AI is used in the real world.
I think we're just starting to scratch the surface. They have some tools that are available for education, but we're still exploring them and learning about them. I think the kids in this aspect are much further ahead than we are, but I think the tools are coming, and I think we need to prepare for them.
From Microsoft, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
1, 2, 3. Future AI.
The Whalemobile brought a life-size inflatable humpback whale named Nile to the Burlington Public Library, where young patrons were treated to a unique opportunity to learn about whales from the inside out. Suffice it to say, Nile made a splash. Tad Stefanak has the story and more whale puns for you.
The Whalemobile recently paid a visit to the Burlington Public Library and brought with them a 38-foot humpback whale. Naturalist and educator Kristen Daly filled me in on this whale of a tale.
So this is a life-size inflatable humpback whale that's actually based off of a real humpback whale that we know really well. So all of our team, we work on whale watching boats and study whales in the wild here off the coast of Massachusetts. And so this is a life-size replica of a female humpback whale named Nile. What's really cool is that we can tell these whales apart by why the undersides of their tails are flukes. So if you actually see on my shirt right here, there's fluke right here. This is based off of Nile. She gets her name after the Nile River in Africa. So she is a 39-year-old female that comes back to Massachusetts year after year. So this is a hands-on educational program where we bring around to schools and libraries to educate others about whales. So when you walk inside, it's the anatomy of the humpback whale. So they see the rib bones, the backbone, the lungs, the heart. We talk about how they're mammals just like us, and we just do a whole anatomy lesson, and just for kids to realize, like, although these are huge animals that swim in the ocean, they're actually very similar to us humans.
From the Burlington Public Library, I'm BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanak saying so long and farewell.
There's actually 90 different species of whales, dolphins, and porpoises.
President of Lahey Hospital and Medical Center, Susan Moffett-Bruce, has been named to Becker's Hospital Review's 2025 list of women hospital and health system presidents and CEOs to know. She was recognized as an exceptional woman leader for her unwavering dedication to advancing healthcare, cultivating a positive workplace culture, and making a powerful impact for both patients and providers at Lahey. Moffett-Bruce is responsible for leading all operational aspects of Lahey. She leads a team of more than 6,000 clinicians, nurses, staff, and residents in providing care to patients throughout the 334-bed hospital and its many ambulatory centers and locations. Newtown Administrator Patrick Lawler was in the studio recently for a BNEWS special interview. We have a clip of Patrick explaining when he knew he wanted to work in municipal government.
When I worked for the state, I worked for the Division of Insurance, which sounds like a really boring bureaucratic state agency, but we were in charge of regulating the insurance market in Massachusetts. And one of my jobs there was to, when there was a natural disaster, when there was some sort of weather event or man-made event or terrorism event, unfortunately during the Boston Marathon, it was our job to go out there and make sure that residents, businesses, anybody that was impacted by those events, they had access to their insurance coverage. They knew what they were eligible for. They knew everything that they needed to know, or we had to issue special regulations around that particular event. And in many of those, I got to work with our municipal partners, and I then realized this is where I want to be. I want to be sort of on the front line of government. I knew I wanted to work in government, but it took me until working with those municipal partners that reminded me or enlightened me to the fact that I want to be working on the front line and being there closest to the people.
The summer is shaping up to be one of the worst tick seasons in recent years, according to the CDC. Increased tick populations also mean a greater risk of Lyme disease and other tick-borne illnesses. Tad Stefanak visited the Board of Health for their tips on how to stay safe in the great outdoors.
Cases of tick-borne illness have been on the rise in 2025. BNEWS spoke with the town of Burlington's public health nurse about ticks and tick prevention.
The most common tick-borne diseases around here are Lyme disease, followed with anaplasmosis and babiosis. So the symptoms of tick-borne disease could include flu-like symptoms such as fever, headache, chills, a rash. You could develop a rash. With Lyme disease, the rash could look like a circle or a bullseye. So if you are bitten by a tick, don't panic. Not all ticks carry disease. So what you can do is the first step is to remove the tick as soon as possible with fine tip tweezers. So grasp the tick as close as you can to your skin, pulling upward, steady, and remove it. Wash your bite with soap and water and apply alcohol. It is very important to follow up with your doctor for diagnosis and treatment. So to minimize the risk of being bitten by a tick, the first thing to do is try to avoid their habitats. Ticks live in grassy and wooded areas. Wear protective clothing such as long sleeves and long pants. As soon as you come indoors, do a thorough check of your body. You can also wear an EPA approved bug repellent, and there's also also something that's called permethrin that you could spray to your clothing. Permethrin is a natural insecticide, and it will kill ticks within minutes of exposure to it. Lastly, it's very important to also check your pets if they have been outside.
Visit the Center for Disease Control website for more on tick illness and prevention. From the Burlington Board of Health, I'm BNEWS reporter Tad Stefanak.
Council on Aging Director Marge Yetman was in the studio for her monthly senior news update. Many seniors are concerned about what programs may be affected by federal cuts, and she explained what was and what was not going to be affected.
We had put in a grant for, before I get to benefits, we put in a grant for a new minibus, and we are getting that.
Cool.
Those are, and transportation funds are federal funds. So we are receiving that. The order has been put in, and there's a small match that we have to do through the town, but then 80% of it is covered. Actually, it's 85. I think 85% of it is covered by the state. Or the federal government. We also we get money from the federal government through SNAP outreach. Don't know what's happening with that.
Okay.
And then all the other benefits that come through the federal government, we have no idea. So fuel assistance was funded, from what we understand, but they laid off all the people that do the program. SNAP. It sounds like the seniors are going to be okay. You know, if you're over 65, you're probably going to be able to stay on, but we don't know everything for a fact, and you know, we'll see what happens. And then Mass Health, your guess is as good as my guess at this point. So again, we don't know anything yet.
So we're very much in a wait and see.
We are in a wait and see, and we will get the information out when we get the information.
There has been a lot of talk about the new striping and bike lanes on Cambridge Street. State Representative Ken Gordon has heard the concerns of Burlington residents about the layout of these lanes and explains his plan to ride the Cambridge Street bike lane next week from one end to the other. Let's have a look.
Hi, Burlington. This is State Representative Ken Gordon. And you know, we've heard concerns in our area in Burlington about Cambridge Street, about the striping, and specifically about the bike lanes. I've been talking to MassDOT about the bike lanes. We know that the reason they're here is because they're required under a program called Complete Streets. Someone's saying hi. But the issue here is that the bike lanes seem to start and stop in various places along Cambridge Street. I've been talking to them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bike next week and I'm going to ride the path. I'm going to ride the bike lane from one end to the other and back again and continue our discussion with MassDOT. Hopefully they'll come here on BCAT and talk about the issues that concern our residents about that path. So come along. You can come along virtually on BCAT. You can tune in. We'll be taping the ride from one end to the other. I will get back to you with our experience of what it's like, okay? Burlington, thank you very much. I'll talk to you soon.
Boston-based nonprofit Cradles to Crayons has collaborated with Simon Centers, including the Burlington Mall, to host a clothing drive through the month of August. Shoppers are invited to donate an outfit to help kids get ready to go back to school. To participate, visit the Big Yellow School Bus display on the first level across from Legal Seafoods, choose a tag, and then shop. You can return the donations to the location listed on your tag. Flip Circus has returned to Burlington. BNEWS volunteer Lena Mankello went and has this report.
The circus is back in town. Flip Circus, the traveling acrobatic sensation, has set up the stage once again at Burlington Mall.
Flip Circus is a traditional circus event mixed with a little bit of some modern things. You know, as you can see behind us is the classical circus tent, but inside we have some of the best circus artists, we have the best installations, we have air conditioning, we have amazing lighting systems, sound systems. So it's a pretty modern twist to the traditional circus.
Flip Circus features talented performers from all around the world.
We have artists from Ethiopia, from Ukraine, from China, from Mexico. It's a pretty nice show. It's very professional, and it's for the whole family.
This is Flip's second visit to Burlington after a popular series of shows in the summer of 2024.
This is a really amazing town. We like it here a lot. The reception has been amazing. We feel that the audience really likes the show.
You can feel the warm welcome from the audience.
Yes, exactly.
Flip Circus is performing in Burlington from now until August 5th, providing a one-of-a-kind experience for all ages.
I personally think that there's not so many activities or things that you can nowadays do you can all enjoy from all ages. You can start creating tradition and good memories with your kids, bringing them to the circus.
For BNEWS Weekly, this is Lena Minkello.
Up next is our Summer Rec Review segment with Andrew Mountain following our community calendar.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. On August 6th from 5 to 7 p.m., the Burlington Police and Fire Departments will be having Community Safety Night at the Wegmans Garage. Everyone is welcome to the event, and it is free. On August 7th from 6:30 to 7:15 p.m., the Burlington Public Library is having a PJs in the Park story time. No registration is required. For more information, go to the library website. On August 13th and 14th, the 54th Annual Safety Town will be held. Children entering kindergarten up to 3rd grade are invited to learn pedestrian, bus, and traffic safety. For more information and to register, go to the following website. For more community calendar events, go to ecattv.org, burlingtonpubliclibrary.org, and burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
Hi guys, I'm Andrew Mountain, the Assistant Program Coordinator here with another edition of Summer Rec Review. We're currently at Rohannes Park for All Parks Day. We're going to get to go around, talk to our parks directors, some of our staff, and see some of the fun stuff they're doing today at All Parks Day. We're here with some of our Parks Place directors.
My name is Ashlyn Bissell, and I'm the Wildwood Parks Place Director.
My name is Grace Fisco. I'm the Regan Parks Director.
Yeah, so today we're at All Parks Place. Guys, you want to maybe talk about like what you guys have done so far this summer at each of your programs?
Yeah, so at Wildwood, we've had a lot of great weeks so far. We had Burlington Fire come and visit us and show us their fire trucks and the ambulance, and the kids had a lot of fun. They got hats to take home and stuff. And then on our other days, we have just done some typical activities, dodgeball, capture the flag, lots of fun games, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Pretty similar to Wildwood. We play a lot of fun games like dodgeball, capture the flag, steal the bacon. We've done tie-dye a couple times. It's been really fun.
All right, we're back here with some of our Parks Place staff. You guys want to introduce yourself?
My name is Ledna Abdirzak.
My name is Chloe Chivumbi.
My name is Jack Kelly.
So I thought maybe a good first question would be like, what's your guys' roles at Parks Place? Maybe you guys could just explain that a little bit.
As a staff at Wildwood, my main role is to help facilitate games, engage with kids, and just like make sure everyone's united.
As inclusion staff at Wildwood, my goal is to make sure that the children who need extra help get it and also have a great time. So that's my job at Wildwood.
Great. And Jack?
Just as like a regular staff member at Regan, my main job is like making sure the kids are like safe and also having fun too.
We have Kona Ice Truck coming today. So I'm gonna go around and ask you guys to take a second to think, what would be your favorite snow cone flavor? I would probably say mine would have to be like blue raspberry or something like that. I haven't had one since I was a kid, but I'd love to have one today.
I feel like mine would be cherry. It's like a basic but really good.
Awesome.
I think mine would be mango, and if they don't have that, then I'd get strawberry.
Strawberry? Okay.
You really inspired me with the blue raspberry. I think I'm gonna go for that now.
Raspberry. Maybe we could do like a combination of all those flavors. Put it in one, that'd be amazing. What a spectacular day we've had here at Rohannes Park to celebrate All Parks Day. Thank you to all of our directors and our staff for talking with us. To end off the day, we have a good old game of Capture the Flag. And if you know me, it's my favorite game. So if you don't mind, I think I'm going to go jump right into the game. Reporting out, Andrew here. I'll talk to you guys next week. See you later.
The summer is the one season BHS athletics doesn't compete. However, that doesn't mean the athletes aren't busy at work. Robert Paris has the story.
The BHS athletic department doesn't show signs of stopping when it comes to the summer. I headed down to speak with athletic director Sean Hart about what it takes to get ready for the return of athletes.
The summer's a busy time for us. It gives us an opportunity to kind of get our fall schedules squared away. You know, good thing with the Middlesex League is our schedules come out really early, so we try and get a full year in the computer ahead of time. So we do a lot of that work scheduling wise. We have new assigners that come in and new coaches that come in, so it gives us a chance to acclimate them and get those guys ready for the seasons and things like that. Coaches are in and out getting their gear ready and making sure we're ready to start on day one, which football this year is August 15th and everybody else is in on August 18th.
At the beginning of the summer, students had an opportunity to work with trainers to keep their bodies in shape.
We've been very lucky this year that Athletic Evolution came in this year and had a program that they wanted to run with us. We brought them in, so there has been a group of students here every day that have been working out outside on the field here. I want to say there's probably about 75, maybe 75 or so kids. A lot of groups are doing a lot of different things. Soccer, they are playing in some of the summer league games. Football has some 7-on-7 stuff that they've been doing. Field hockey has been doing some of their things with their captains and things like that out on the field and stuff like that. So a lot of people are doing a lot of different things. Volleyball has a camp kicking off in a couple of weeks, a little preseason, get together kind of with some of the young kids and things. So there's a lot of things that go on here during the summer that our athletes are involved in.
In just a couple weeks, the start of tryouts for the fall season will begin.
We work with a great group of people here. Again, coaches are super receptive. They're ready to go, and people get eager. We're hit that August 1st timeline. So now they know you're 15 days away from the kickoff, the start. We've been talking with recreation to make sure the fields are up and ready, making sure everything's lined, making sure things are repaired that needed to be repaired so that we're off and running. And like I said, you've done it long enough. You kind of know what you need to do.
Sean can't wait for the seasons to kick off.
I kind of look forward to it. I think it's a fun time of year. Everything's up and running and you're getting things squared away. And I just feel like that first scrimmage, that first week of everybody running around and seeing 1 million people back in the building weeks before school starts is always kind of exciting for me.
I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Sports.
Our featured Adoptable Pet segment, presented by Rabbi Susan Abramson, in conjunction with the Upper Valley Humane Society, has returned. This week we present Buggie. Buggie is 70 pounds of love who wants to go home with you.
Brendan. I'm an animal care technician here at the Upper Valley Humane Society. I work with dogs, and this right here is Buggie. We think he's about 4 years old. He was picked up as a stray. He's a big goofball, about 70 pounds of pure love. He really is a sweetheart. He doesn't have an aggressive bone in his body. He does really well on walks and leash, very playful. So I think if he could find a home with a lot of space and land to run around on, with someone that knows bigger dogs and can work on training him, I think that could really be his forever home. If you're interested in Buggie, please call the Upper Valley Humane Society. We'd be happy to hear from you.
Our photo of the week was sent in by regular contributor Mary Leach. Mary captured the Mill Pond Reservoir rocks looking like a beach with bright blue water beyond. Mary says no swimming is allowed, but you can look at the water all day. Thanks for the photo, Mary. We'd like to see your photos. The photos could be of something you see around town, the weather outside your own door, or even photos of your family members and pets. Whatever you think is interesting and would like to share, send them to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. It's a busy weekend ahead with Celebrate Burlington events happening all day tomorrow. We'll bring you full coverage, that's Saturday, full coverage of the festivities, and we want to remind folks that the Historical Museum will be open to the public on Celebrate Burlington Day from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., as well as offering 2 historical trolley tours, one at 11 a.m. and the second at 2 p.m. That's it from the news desk. I'm Phil Gallagher, and hope to see you again next week.